India's education system has long equated success with high marks, not real skills. For decades, academic performance is measured almost exclusively through a numerical lens, notes a recent analysis. In practice, students cram to reproduce textbook knowledge in exams rather than develop understanding. One study bluntly observes that in India, a student's marks define the outcome and not the skill, with curriculums built around clearing exams instead of building competency. This exam-obsessed culture stifles creativity and critical thinking, rewards rote memorization, and puts intense pressure on children. According to an IANS report, the fear of board exams and entrance tests has become a major source of stress, depression, burnout, and even suicide for millions of students. Rote learning over real learning, lessons are tailored to passing tests, not solving real problems. Mental health crisis. In 2020-21, over 25,000 students died by suicide, and NCRB data show hundreds cite exam failure as a cause. Unequal opportunity. The system favors those who can afford coaching and tuition, while underserved students fall behind despite equal potential. Skills mismatch and graduate unemployment. The real-world outcome is a glaring skills gap and rising educated unemployment. The Economic Survey 2024-25 reports a startling mismatch. Only 8.25% of Indian graduates hold jobs matching their qualifications. Over half of degree holders end up in elementary or semi-skilled jobs that don't require their education. The Periodic Labor Force Survey (PLFS) for 2023-24 similarly finds that unemployment actually rises with education level. 6.5% of those with secondary or higher education are jobless, versus just 0.2% of illiterate people. In other words, more schooling has perversely coincided with fewer good jobs. Even among the employed, many graduates work in jobs unrelated to their studies. For example, only 38% of graduates and 63% of postgraduates occupy roles somewhat related to their education, and barely 8% of graduates land truly specialized positions. Wages reflect this underemployment. Nearly 46% of workers with any degree earn less than 1 lakh rupees per year. The result is a frustrated generation of young adults with degrees but lacking the practical, non-technical skills employers demand. Why does this happen? Several systemic factors have led to this crisis. Exam-centric curriculum. Schools and colleges focus on vast syllabi and numerical grades, not on critical thinking or creativity. Teaching is often fixated on retention and rote learning abilities rather than lasting understanding. Societal pressure, parents and coaching centers push children to chase high marks and entrance ranks, creating an obsession with marks. Real learning takes a backseat to test preparation. Outdated skills. The curriculum rarely includes vocational training or soft skills. As the Economic Survey notes, a lack of sufficient vocational and specialized training leaves many graduates unprepared for modern jobs. Communication, problem solving, and digital skills are often neglected in classrooms. Ineffective reforms. Though the National Education Policy 2020 acknowledges the need for holistic, skills-based learning, progress has been slow. Implementation gaps mean traditional exam patterns and teaching methods largely persist. Impact on students and society. The fallout extends to families and society at large. Parents invest heavily in coaching and tuition, yet many students emerge from school or college disillusioned. School enrollment itself is shrinking. UDC data show 37 lakh fewer children in school in 2023-24 compared to the previous year, a worrying trend for future skill development. Graduates who do find work often toil at low-paying jobs. In fact, among those with advanced degrees, only 4.2% earn between 4-8 lakh a year in specialized roles. If the system remains unchanged, a large youth cohort risks long-term underachievement. Educated unemployment can drain India's economic potential and leave parents' hopes unrealized. As more students report high stress and low prospects, mental health and social problems may grow. The disaster scenario is clear: an economy full of diplomas but devoid of the skilled talent it needs.